I'm Brett Greensill, McGrath Estate Agents, and we're proud to use 23rd Street. So we've been using for a few years now, so obviously the impetus came from Alex Jordan, who, as you know, is #1 agent in Brisbane, and so when he endorsed it, we thought, okay, let's give it a go. I think I have a bit of a reputation for chasing shiny balls. And so what I mean by that is some new idea comes along and I think, okay, that's a good idea, we'll give that a go. So we've been down that social media space for a long time on a lot of rabbit holes, if you like, trying to work out what works for us. But once I'd spoken to Bailey and I'd started to see what the 23rd product was all about, it kind of was the holistic approach that I was looking for. It saved me having to think about it myself. And the technology just moves all the time that you really need a specialist to give you advice about this. And you can text or contact Bailey any time of the day or night and he'll respond, which is exactly what I want. So it's not fair to say that some of those previous providers are still pitching for our business. So, you know, they've been around a long time and that's a testament to them. And it's not fair also because the technology moves so quickly. You know, there's new innovations. Instagram just recently changed its format and you've got to respond to that. So these things are a moving feast. But what I like about Bailey is that he's so approachable, so easy, so professional, so easy to deal with and so professional, which really makes a difference for the short amount of time that you can give to the subject. He can come back with quality feedback, and I find that is working very well for us. Well, it is true to say that my team from time to time think that, oh, here we go again, you know, there's another innovation to trial. But this one has really stuck. I think Bailey is the best in the business. I think he's doing a great job for McGrath in particular and for our agency, for my team, and so, you know, I give it 100% endorsement. I did know that it would take a while to build. You know, I was aware of the gathering, momentum, but it happened reasonably quickly. And I would think, you know, even though at face value those early clients may not have got the value that a current client is getting because it was early in the process, but you know, the thing about real estate is that you don't always need to find new customers. Staying in touch with old customers, past clients, is part of the deal, a part of the momentum that 23rd Street really helps maintain. So if they adjust, you know, artificial intelligence works in the background, if somebody's suddenly thinking, oh, I'm thinking of real estate again, well, it will put us back in front of them. So that's what we want. And so, you know, that's why we stick with it. And I think that the value that a client gets now is phenomenal. It's really incredible. And it does stay in touch, even in the background. We focus on 5-star reviews. We're very passionate about them, and so all of our service is about how we deliver a 5-star experience for our clients. And you know, there are little anecdotes, so there's not, you know, some magic answer to that question, but the little percentage increase is when a client comes back to you and says, my neighbour told me about this sale, or this is the seller. You know, the seller is wrapped with the value that they've got out of the process because, you know, they were talking to a friend and the friend said, oh, I saw your house was on the market. It's like, how did you know? You're not even looking. It's because of that connection. So that, I think, is the way I'd answer that question. I love that because it's a value answer. It's a value proposition. They feel like they've got good value, and that's what it's all about. So it is true that we live in a social media world, so I don't believe anybody pushes back without being open to what it might mean for them. Some people aren't on social media, I get it, but their wife or their husband or their children or their grandchildren are, and they know that. And so, you know, finding that angle of why it will work for them. And frankly, we're not looking for the seller at that moment. We're looking for buyers, and any seller rather would know that we're trying to find as many buyers as we can. But what we also get is a measurable, tangible result. So we can show them how many people are looking at it and how many times they share it. And this really provides evidence in a way that a newspaper, for example, can't ever do. Well, it is a bit like being part of an exclusive club. The entry level is, you know, join up. But the outcome is that you get the value of really first-class agents, really terrific people. And all of the best agents in McGrath are using 23rd Street, and there's a reason for that, and there's a reason why they're the #1 in their markets. So, you know, from that perspective, you get the collaboration, but also you get personal access to Bailey Robinson. I mean, he's right on the phone whenever you need, on Instagram instantly. I did it this morning, responded within seconds. It's fantastic. So from a service perspective, it's a 5-star service. I like that. It's part of what we present ourselves for our clients too. And so, I don't have any feedback that might improve the service, but I would certainly encourage any agents who are trying to improve their own market share and their own reach to reach out to Bailey, because he'll be able to help them. So I don't understand why anybody would not be part of it. So that's an easier question to answer. I mean, it is the modern world. It's the way we work. You have to have communication going through all the streams, old-fashioned and modern and current. And so if you're reluctantly wondering about it, give it a go. But the trouble is, it does take a little while. The momentum comes quickly, but there is some element of building. If you have a good database already, then you should be nurturing it through social media anyway. It's part of the course.